Pingüinos me la van a mascar. Kawasaki, Gago, Crico y Stripper.
Hello and welcome to Python tutorial number 7. Today I'll be teaching you how to create a right triangle calculator or checker, which basically just asks the user to type in their name, asks them to type in 3 different numbers for the 3 different sides for the triangle. It uses the Pythagorean theorem and it tells them whether or not if the triangle is a right triangle or not. So first you'll be creating a variable called name. And in my previous tutorials I said input just asks the user to type in something. So it's going to ask to enter the name. And now we're going to be asking them to enter 3 different numbers for each side. So what float does is it just asks the user to type in a number, not a letter or symbol. And if they type in a letter or symbol, it's just gonna show like an error because float just wants a number. And now this is where the Pythagorean theorem happens. If you know a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So to represent squared, we use times times. We're just doing that twice. So it's represent squared. So pretty much we're saying if it's equal to c squared and the hypotenuse is going to be equal to c, and it's going to print hello name slash the variable used in the first prompt, and say this is a right triangle. Then the hypotenuse is going to be our other variable called hypotenuse. And that's basically the code we're going to be reusing, so you can like copy and paste it 2 more times. But for the other 2, change it to elif because it's else if, which again, it just basically runs another like it's basically like a wheel sort of thing where it keeps on going to see if it's going to be right or wrong. So now you can just change this because this is going to be equal to B, this is going to be equal to C. Then you can change this to C, then change this to B because we want it to be equal to B. Same thing here, you can change this to C, change this to A. And pretty much we already have our Pythagorean theorem done to tell if it's going to be right, if it's a right triangle. And now if it's not going to be a right triangle, we're going to tell it to say hello, then the name or whatever the user typed in, saying this is not a right triangle. That's it. Now we have that. We basically have everything done. So let's run it, see if it works. Enter your name, enter side 1. I said hello, this is not a right triangle. Run it again, and now we're going to make it a right triangle. I'm going to say hello, this is a right triangle, and it says hypotenuse is 90. And it says 0.0 because it's being more precise, going to the decimal point. So now to make this program more readable to beginners, we can add code comments, and to make it easier when they first see this, you can say this asks the user to type in their name. You could put username input, but again, beginners doesn't know what input is. But so you just say this asks the user to type in their name. And this one too, this asks the user to type in 3 different numbers for each side. Then this is where the Pythagorean theorem is. just put Pythagorean theorem because that's what it is. And this to say if it's not a right triangle, this message will be displayed. And yeah, that's pretty much helping new new beginners that just learned these type of stuff to help them understand what each part of your code does. And that's pretty much it.
よう、久しぶり。泣いてる?
I'm Gojo! Ha ha ha! Freshman of 7 years! I was transferred to Riz Academy after I was kicked from Gatterson High School. Nice to meet you.
そうか、そうだな。そうかもな